So good morning, everyone. Myself Rohan Kolatkar, and I will be telling you about a tool named CPPCHECK. And CPPCHECK is a static analysis tool that we use for C and C++ code, and you can find this tool in this website. And it is available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. And for the demonstration purpose, I will be using it in my Linux machine. So if you want to download it, just copy this code from here and paste it into a terminal. I have already opened my terminal in my desktop since my file is there in desktop, which I want to demonstrate. And I have already installed this tool. I will also show it how to install it. And it says that CPPCheck is already in the newest version since I've already installed it. And I have this file, which is C++ file in my desktop. This file name simple password. So before demonstration, I would like to tell what this file contains. So this is basically a representation of how a hash map works in a C++. And this file doesn't have any compilation errors, but have some coding issues like maybe some exceptions or some wrong usage of variables like that. So let's check this file via this. So I have this file here, simple password.cpp. And if I want to check this file, I will have to write cppcheck -- enable equals to all, and after that a file name. So enable all simply means here is if you want to check for everything that CPPCheck provides, or maybe some memory leaks or all types of issue will be covered if you will write enable equals to all. So if I hit enter, we got some of the issues here. And basically there are three issues like the unread variable is there and a shadow variable is there and one known condition true and false is there. So let's understand what these three things are and how we can fix it. So the first thing is we have an unread variable which is there at line number 7. So if I just go to line number 7 and check that I have declared a variable var which is having a value of 10. And if I just scroll down and you all can see that I'm not using this variable anywhere in the code. So this is a sheer wastage of memory because we are just declaring a variable and not using anywhere in this code. So this is saying that the variable var is assigned a value that is never used. So this is not a good practice to declare a variable if you don't want to use it. So if I just comment it out this line and save this file and check it once again, I will not have this issue. Now you can see there is only two issues, not the unread variable issue. So you must not do or declare a variable which you don't want to use it. This is not a good practice. And now let's look on to the second issue that we have in this file. It says that there's a shadow variable. So if I just go through my code and check in the 10th line, I'm declaring a variable of type data of type int x, and in the line 20 I'm declaring another variable with the same name but a different data type. So if someone is going through my code, it might easily confuse them that why I'm using the two different variable with same name. One is there in a global space and one is there in a local space. So this gives me a warning that a local variable x shadows an outer variable. That simply means that this string x is actually shadowing the x in this of 10th line. So this is not a good way because it makes our code more complex. So the way to fix it is you can change either the name of any variable. So if I just make it x2 and everywhere if I make it x2 and let's save this file and check it back again, it will not give me this warning since I have changed the name of the variable. Earlier it was x both in the integer part also and in the string part also, which was making a code more complex. So you must not declare a variable with the same name in a global space and in a local space. And now we are left with only one issue, which is known as known condition true and false. So it is there at 48th line. And if I just scroll down, in the 45th line, I'm declaring a variable flag and marking it as true and checking the condition that flag should be equals to true. So this doesn't make any sense here, since this flag value, I'm not manipulating it after 45th line anywhere. So this condition will always hold true. So there is no point of declaring a new flag and checking the condition. If I will just comment out this, and if I just mark it just true also, since this value will always be true, so I don't need to declare another variable and check for all these things. So if I just save this file and check it back again, now we don't have any issues. So these are just warnings, and we don't need to fix all of them, since your code will run without this also. But these are some wrong practices that we are doing it, and CPP checks helps us to know that what wrong things that you are doing it here. So this is how we can use CPP check tool to know what are the things that we can improve in our code. Like there is a memory wastage which we are declaring a variable, there is a shadow variable that we are assigning, and we are checking the condition which is always true. So there is no point of doing all such things. So by this tool we can do all these things and can improve our C++ code. Thank you.
Okay, so Rogan, tell me what is how, in which way it will differ from compiler.
Ma'am, if I just go through this file and make it like what it was earlier, like it was having this X here, this file doesn't have any compilation error. This just have some issues, like we are declaring a variable and not using it, like that kind of thing. This was our earlier file, and it really doesn't have any compilation error. And after this also, and the issues that it is giving, like the earlier it was giving three issues, like this unread variable, shadow variable, and known condition true and false. If I just go through some compiler, I have already opened one compiler, which is online compile, and uh, we can check this code. This code actually runs here. This code works. It actually asks for two strings to give some username for sign up and a password, and then checks. And after that, I'm giving some wrong password. Password is Rohan. I'm giving some wrong password. It will say to me that your login is failed. So basically this have some variables, like variable is declared here, and you are declaring two variables with the same name. So it doesn't have any compilation errors, but it has some issues according to CPP check, and you can actually improve your file, like you will not declare another variable, so your code will become more memory efficient, and your exceptions will be handled carefully using CPP check. And compiler doesn't tell you about all these things.
Okay, okay, Rogan, good. So
Yeah,
now I will move for next one. Next one
thank
is
you.